Hello, wisdom seekers. Whether you're watching for the first time or you've been part of this community for a while, thank you for being here as we reflect on God's wisdom together. I am your Lolo Adam, and welcome to the Wisdom Thought family. Have you ever prayed sincerely, waited patiently, and yet heard nothing? No clear answer, no sign, just silence. In those moments, it's easy to wonder, is God still speaking? Or am I missing his voice? Today, we'll discover a powerful truth from Scripture. God often speaks most clearly, not through noise, but through silence. Understanding God's voice. Many of us expect God to speak in dramatic ways through loud signs, instant clarity, or sudden miracles. But the Bible teaches us that God's voice is often gentle, calm, and easy to miss if our hearts are restless. Hearing God isn't about chasing emotional experiences. It's about developing spiritual attentiveness. Sometimes the problem isn't that God is silent, it's that our lives are too loud. 1 Kings 19:11-12 tells us about the prophet Elijah, who expected God to appear in powerful ways. The Lord was not in the wind. The Lord was not in the earthquake. The Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. Elijah learned that God was not found in chaos, but in quietness. This passage teaches us something profound. God's voice carries peace, not panic. If you're searching for God in the noise, you may miss him entirely. Think about how difficult it is to hear a soft voice in a crowded room. The more noise there is, the harder it becomes to listen carefully. Life is often like that, filled with opinions, pressure, distractions, and fear. But when we pause, pray, and quiet our hearts, we create space for God to speak. Stillness is not weakness. It is wisdom. Picture this. Ruth once prayed earnestly for guidance about an important decision in her life. She wanted immediate clarity, but days turned into weeks, and weeks into silence. At first, she felt anxious and discouraged. But instead of forcing an answer, Ruth chose to wait, pray, and trust. Over time, something changed. Not her circumstances, but her peace. She began to recognize which options brought calm and which brought unrest. Without hearing a voice, she gained clarity. God didn't shout directions. He reshaped her discernment. Psalm 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Stillness is not inactivity, it is trust. When we stop striving, we begin recognizing God's presence. Silence becomes sacred when we allow God to lead, not to rush. Or imagine, Marco faced a situation where he was deeply tempted to react emotionally. Everything in him wanted to respond immediately, but he paused, prayed, and chose silence. Later, he realized that reacting would have caused regret, but waiting brought wisdom. God spoke not through urgency, but through restraint. John 10:27 reminds us, "My sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me." Hearing God is relational. The more we walk with him, the more familiar his voice becomes. Listen closely. Silence is not where God disappears. It is where he draws nearer. In the quiet, faith learns to listen, and the heart learns to trust. God often speaks without words, shaping our peace before shaping our path. When we stop striving, we begin to hear what only stillness can reveal. If this message resonates with you, especially if you've experienced a season of silence, please like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss future messages that strengthen your faith. Let me leave you with this question. What if the silence you're in right now is God teaching you how to listen more deeply? If it resonates with you, share your thinking below. And if this message reached your heart more greatly, I invite you to watch another video connected to this one about how to keep believing. Even when everything falls apart, why waiting isn't wasted time. It's God's way of preparing you, and finding strength when you feel like giving up. If this is your season, that message may be exactly what you need today. You'll find the link in the description. May God's peace surround you every day. Stay believing, stay strong, and stay firm in your ground. Meet me again in the next video.